Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon Perna. Week 1, as it always does, ended on Monday Night Football, but somehow both the Jets and Bills walked away losers. Ultimately, the Jets won the game, but also, as soon as Aaron Rodgers hobbled off the field, entered that blue tent, and was carted into the locker room with what we were initially told was a foot injury.
Listen, I'm a toe expert.
That's the coach that has the foot fetish or whatever.
No, not the time for your fetish, Rex. When that happened, we all knew Jets fans were toast. Here's the Jets night in 4 clips. Rodgers enters the stadium, optimism at an all-time high for the Jets. Rodgers tears his Achilles. Robert Saleh reacts, and Jets fans handle it appropriately. It was as bad as it could be. That said, the fact that the Jets night went from this to this is incredible. Let me reveal the biggest winners and losers from the Jets and Bills game, and there are more than you might think. That's good sports. Hey, there's a couple ways you can support this channel. One is by purchasing my coffee over at BenchwarmerBrew.com. I've got the Losers Blend if you're feeling like a loser this week, and the Backup Blend. We got coffee from other creators over at BenchwarmerBrew.com and some shirts, so go check it out. And you can support me on Patreon or through YouTube memberships. I do have shout-outs for new Patreon members. Christopher Robles, Danielle _ Alex Homan, Kreese the Guy, Cole Tustin, DMC Football, Keith Luckett, Dylan Menazak, AMW Chicago, Bubs, Scott Simonton, Colby N, Ty, and Ethan Lawrence. Thank you guys for the support. All $10 a month donors get access to our monthly Patreon Zoom hangout, which we'll be doing in a couple weeks. So yeah, the New York Jets won, but obviously lost when the quarterback they traded for, future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers, on the opening series of the first game of the season, tore his Achilles after playing exactly 75 seconds of football. Lasting 75 seconds is what Zach Wilson called his first MILF experience. Now, we were shown video footage of the moment that the internet doctors told us Rodgers' Achilles had popped. And this sparked a winner, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers and his street cred. Toughness leveled through the roof. His fucking Achilles pops, rolls up the back of his leg like a Dak Prescott tattoo, and he's standing there just looking at the Jet sideline like, yeah, I'm hurt. This is not good. Dude has to be in tremendous pain, and he's just slightly nodding his head to the sideline. Remember when Mac Jones sprained his ankle? Yeah, Rodgers took this shit like a man. Sorry, like a person, and to finally signal he's hurt, he drops to the ground and lays there. One of the most calm reactions to a possible career-ending injury I've ever seen. Any of us would have been screaming like we just tore one of the most important and biggest ligaments in our body. Let me show you how a normal human would have reacted. Again, mother! Mommy! I ain't scared to cry. That's some real man shit. So yeah, the Jets are officially cursed. Jets fans believe they are paying the price still for winning a Super Bowl with Joe Namath in 1969. I'm 8 years into the Broncos paying the curse for winning with Peyton Manning, and I think my sanity's already gone. How Jets fans keep trucking, I have no clue. Respect to you Jets fans. Now, Rodgers is done for the season and possibly his career. I think he's going to be back in 2024, but we're a long way out from that.
I thought it was just an ankle. I thought we'd go tape it up and get him back in there. Come on.
A loser? Poor Zachy Wilson. Not just because Peyton Manning didn't remember he was on the team and criticized him all night, but this was the year Zach was supposed to sit behind Aaron Rodgers and learn. Something I think was going to be key to his development. To his credit, he was kind of efficient through one terrible pick, but ultimately, unlike his opponent, he didn't turn the ball over 4 times, which I'm being told is a good thing for a quarterback. The good news is Zach has an insanely talented team around him and can hand the ball off to Breece Hall, who's averaging 13 yards a carry right now. And that exact scenario worked quite well for the Jets last year until Hall got hurt. And after all the crap Zach Wilson took last season, I'm rooting for him. Winner, Jets OC Nathaniel Hackett. Yeah, you heard me right. Last season, he opened up week 1 as the head coach of the Broncos and took a massive L with a Wilson as his QB. Week 1 of 2023, he does the impossible and gets a win with a Wilson as his QB. If he coaches up Zach just a little bit, he will regain so much credibility as an offensive play caller. Loser, Sauce Gardner, who got cooked by Stephon Diggs all game. After the media dubbed him the greatest corner to ever live, Sauce gave up 5 catches and allowed a passer rating of 118 when he was targeted. Meanwhile, my guy PS2 quietly shut down Devontae Adams. Losers, any NFL player who has to continue to play on the turf at MetLife Stadium. Many believe that the turf is the reason that Rodgers tore his Achilles, and that is very possible. A winner though, the crazy mother licker David, who predicted Aaron Rodgers' exact injury 2.5 hours before the game. Now his Twitter account has been suspended because I think Elon Musk is terrified of psychics. Next to being poor, it's his biggest fear, because psychics keep telling him how buying Twitter and then naming it X will ultimately make him poor. Now this prediction, while spot on, was not that impressive, okay? Everyone and their mother knows that the turf at MetLife Stadium causes more injuries than every field in the NFL, with FedEx in Washington coming in a close second. They just replaced the turf in New Jersey apparently, but until it's grass, players are going to hate it. Loser, Bills quarterback Josh Allen. And I don't like saying it because I fucking love Josh, who did throw 3 interceptions. One could be considered, just an arm punt, but the other 2, just terrible decisions. After the Jets tied the game, because Garrett Wilson deflected this off-target throw back to himself like Spider-Man, Josh Allen basically fumbled the game away to the Jets. Allen just dropped the shotgun snap as it slipped right through his hands. Maybe some of Daniel Jones was left out there on the field. Now, Josh Allen threw more completions to Jet safety Jordan Whitehead than he did Gabe Davis, his alleged number 2 receiver. Here's a hot take. The Bills need Mike Evans more than the Chiefs. Give Josh a dude who can come down with the ball in any jump ball situation and they'll be okay. Since that won't happen though, Josh Allen needs to learn when it's okay to just be a game manager. He has to stop forcing plays. You're playing Zach Wilson, not Aaron Rodgers. Josh, just take the easy throws. It's his only weakness, and that's hard to unteach. Ken Dorsey is not Brian Dable, and I will be shocked if the Bills don't make a change at their OC position soon. Winner, Jordan Whitehead, who did catch 3 passes from Josh Allen, which earned Whitehead a $250,000 roster bonus. Like the Giants hitting embarrassing season totals in one game, Whitehead popped and hit his positive incentives against his division rival. Now, Breece Hall at one point had 2 runs for 109 yards. His triumphant return from last year's ACL tear, huge win. Looking that explosive and his first game back is just bananas. And while his knee might be fine, he does need to do some more wind sprints, because had he not run out of gas on this play, he would have scored. Now, I was rooting for the Bills in this game, okay? But damn, seeing an undrafted long shot who made the Jets roster in the game is what makes NFL football awesome. Rookie Xavier Gipson takes the opening punt of overtime to the house to give the Jets the win. This is the kind of play that gives even the biggest football cynic goosebumps. Gibson is the single biggest winner this week, and everyone is thrilled for the guy.
I want to let you know, man, you're New York Jets.
Why are you scaring me? An undrafted who forced his way onto this team.
Loser, former Broncos punter Sam Martin, giving the saddest attempt to tackle Gibson by a punter I've ever seen. This is terrible for the brand, Sam. He goes high, flings his arms out like a toddler, and literally jumps backwards out of the way to avoid contact like it's peak 2020. Contactless tackling isn't a thing, Sam. I get it, he's a punter though. You don't want to injure yourself in the first game of the season, you know, pulling a Rodgers. Sorry, too soon, I know. By making a tackle that ultimately wouldn't have even mattered because the Jets would have just kicked the game-winning field goal anyway. But do it for your pride, man. Xavier Gipson is just 5'9", 190 pounds. Sam is 6'1", 249. It's not like that was Derrick Henry barreling towards you. Just stand in front of him and slow him down. This does go into the tackling Hall of Shame. Now, there was a little controversy on that return. An uncalled tripping penalty or leg whip, which is certainly a penalty. My take is that I don't think Quentin Morris would have made the tackle here anyway. He's falling with or without that leg thing at the end. The Bills lost this one on their own. If tripping is illegal, then Aaron Rodgers would have been suspended before the season even started, guys. Tripping, drugs. Winner, Xavier Gibson's mom, who takes her car maintenance seriously.
When he found out he made the team, he called his mom. She was getting an oil change.
You know who else took car maintenance seriously?
There's nothing funny about vapor lock.
Simpsons version of Joe Namath.
It's the third most common cause of car stalling. Take care of your car and get it checked.
I think it's cool that the Jets, as a team, have real love for one another.
Got the free agent right there who didn't get drafted, who worked an ass off to be who he is. He made the team this year, and you see it, the electrifying speed and the stuff that he just did. It's crazy, bro.
Loser? Well, you'd think Bills fans would be the most upset about watching the third overtime punt return in NFL history end the game for them, but it was actually Packers fans, and it serves you right for trying to exploit an injury to get wasted.
Another condition is Aaron Rodgers must start the game, but the rules say nothing about him having to finish it. So, there's a loud roar when Rodgers leaves the game hurt in the first quarter.
The mood has changed considerably. That is because the Jets just won the game. You could take a look. This is the reaction from a bar where people are realizing the bar tabs they've been racking up all night. The bar was going to be paying that tab. It is setting in. They are going to have to go to the bar and pay that tab.
Everyone is now guessing who's going to be the next quarterback that the Jets pursue. Carson Wentz? No. Joe Flacco? Okay, that's just a meme. Andrew Luck coming out of retirement? Right, so he can play behind the line. They got Aaron Rodgers injured after like 5 plays. Inevitably, Colin Kaepernick has been suggested as an option. His agent has allegedly called the Jets. And this is actually one of my favorite yearly traditions that will probably continue until Colin Kaepernick's on Medicare. The man Jets fans have hated with a passion for 20 years, Tom Brady, is out there shooting hoops, staying trim, and is the unanimous dream amongst Jets fans. And he may be a bigger long shot than Xavier Gipson, but this would give Jets fans hope. Which is why I actually predict they trade for Trey Lance before the end of the week. The second and third QBs taken in the 2021 NFL Draft on the same roster. If there is a football god, I bend the knee. I bend the knee to you, football god, and I pray that you make this happen. Give me Trey Lance and Zach Wilson on the same team. Thanks for watching. That's Good Sports. Oh my God, we've done a lot of videos over the last few days. It's time to settle down a little bit, NFL. I need a little bit of time back in my week. Subscribe here on YouTube.